I have a problem. I miss what it's like to be a kid. Or at least what it felt like to be a kid. Because kids don't really think about money, finding a job with dental coverage, or how to pay their bills. They kind of just do shit for fun. And I miss that. I'm almost 24, and from what I remember about my childhood, it's that I was lucky enough to have parents who encouraged me to try everything, without the pressure of expecting me to be great. I was allowed to try, suck, try again, suck even more, or move on to something new. I never once thought about the ROI of a hobby until I became an adult. Now, since the clock seems to tick faster, it kind of feels like I'm wasting my potential if I do something that doesn't make me money. We're missing something. So today we're going back to when I was a kid and we're going to paint this paint by numbers. So I used to paint a lot as a kid, and I was really fortunate to have parents that put me in a lot of sports, in a lot of different activities after school. Like as a kid, I just did shit without thinking about what it would turn into, if I could monetize it, I could take content from it, or, you know, if it was ever like a hobby that could make money somehow. However, as an adult, the type of fun I have now always has some sort of catch to it. I think that I'm kind of started to get into this sort of mindset where I'm always looking for the ROI of a hobby, which sounds so silly, I know. As we grow up, we don't really do shit for fun anymore. We do shit because it's gonna make us money, or we do shit because it maybe is a skill that we can add to our resume, or we do shit because it's like volunteer experience. You're always looking for some sort of value. You guys don't know this, but I have just signed on to a new job. It's a startup, so there's like 12 employees. Most of us are remote. A few of us are based in Toronto. I can work from wherever I want, whenever I want, you know, as long as I just hit my KPIs, and the team's great. And I actually enjoy doing the work that I do, and I feel like a lot of people aren't in that position. So I feel very grateful. But what I'm starting to feel, what I'm trying to think about as like a new adult who's just entered the workforce, is that if you don't go out of your way to do things for fun, your life turns into work. Now don't get me wrong, it is fun to be working towards something that you love. Yes, but the catch is that you can't flip things off unless you intentionally try. A few days ago, I was in the garden with my mom. I actually asked her, which zucchini should I water more because it's producing more fruit? I don't want to think like that. Nobody wants to think like that. I want to go back to being a kid where I didn't give a shit about the rate of return of anything. I just did shit for fun, and I did shit because I wanted to do shit. I didn't care if it was gonna make money. I didn't care if it was gonna make me look stupid. I just did it because I wanted to do it. For me, it's content. Like I'm always thinking about how can I turn something into a piece of content, or how can I get this shot? Can this be turned into an idea? As a kid, I just went on family vacations without thinking about how I'm gonna create content. I just had experiences and I didn't document them because I wasn't worried about sitting down and not having any content ideas for the next day. Again, love my job, but I get up and I work. And then I eat and I go to the gym and go to bed. Next day, get up, work, eat, go to the gym, go to bed. So it's just a cycle of like doing the adult things. More and more, I've stopped doing the kid things that I just do for fun like this. And to tell you the truth, I don't think that I can go throughout my life always thinking about how to optimize the next thing like this. Even now, technically I'm making this out of a piece of content, but whatever. Point being that most of us, as we slowly grow up, kind of internalize the capitalism, this productivity mindset. We're slowly conditioned to think that the world operates in this way. Even the other day at a networking event, I was like, what are the chances that this is actually worth my time? And I'm actively looking for more friends as I am emerging into adulthood. I feel like I'm going through a reality check. The key to being a happy adult is to realize that every hobby doesn't have to have an ROI. You are allowed to do shit for fun, like we're doing right now. You're allowed to do shit because you want to do shit. And you can fight this internalized capitalism that makes you feel like everything you have to do needs to lead to some kind of thing that you can leverage in the future, or a skill, or a way to get clients for your business. I just realized that I love painting, and because I love painting, that is enough to do it. Even if I'm not good at it, like I'm not the best painter in the world, obviously I'm doing it fucking paint by numbers right now, guys. You can have hobbies and you can do things even if they don't have an ROI, but also even if you're not good at them. The thing about the adult world is that since there's this pressure to monetize everything, and since there's this pressure to optimize everything, people want to be good at the shit they do. Rightfully so. You know what I mean? Like nobody wants to suck. And same goes for content. Like if you saw content online, you might assume that people took that on the first try. Us creators know that there's no way they got that in the first time. But this obsession we have to be good at what we do and to show people that we're good at what we do and to make money off what we do has turned us into these humans that are afraid to show our mistakes. Like I guarantee you, Bob Ross made so many mistakes when he was painting. We just don't see that because we're so focused on what he shows us at the end. So this is the first time in a while that I've done something, like an activity, without having to justify it. This is the first time I've done something without an ulterior motive. This I'm just doing for fun. And I'm really beginning to realize that if I don't do shit like this in my life, if I don't do the paint by numbers, I then become somebody who is only doing things when I see the financial value in it. I don't know about you, but I do not want to be that kind of person. I think I need to do things just to do things like I did when I was a kid. Now, I'm gonna go off camera and finish this and paint what I want to paint in peace. If you've watched this far in the video, thank you so much for staying. I'm really glad you made it to the end, and I really hope that you start doing the shit that you used to do as a kid purely for the fun of it.